Have you ever looked at your bank account at 2 a.m., unable to sleep, wondering if this is all your life will ever be? Maybe you've told yourself tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow you'll start that business. Tomorrow you'll learn that skill. Tomorrow you'll finally take control. But tomorrow comes, and nothing changes. You stay stuck in the same cycle, watching others live the life you dream about. What if I told you that one decision made at midnight could rewrite your entire destiny? What if a single moment of clarity in the darkness could pull you out of years of struggle? This is the story of a woman who discovered that your breakthrough doesn't happen in the daylight. It happens when you're alone with your truth in the middle of the night. Stay until the end, because what she learned might be the answer you've been searching for in all the wrong places. In a crowded city where millions rushed past each other every day, there lived a 28-year-old woman named Maya. Maya worked at a call center, answering customer complaints from 2,000 p.m. to 10,000 p.m. 6 days a week. Her voice was the one you heard when you called about a late package or a billing error. Polite, patient, invisible. She lived in a shared apartment with 3 other women, sleeping in the smallest room, barely enough space for a bed and a small desk. Her clothes came from discount stores. Her meals were instant noodles and cheap tea. She hadn't bought new shoes in 2 years, but poverty wasn't her deepest wound. The real pain was the feeling that she was disappearing. Every day she woke up at noon, ate leftover rice, got ready for work, took the crowded metro, sat in a cubicle wearing a headset, apologized to angry strangers for 8 hours, came home exhausted at 11,000 p.m., ate, and collapsed into bed by 1,000 a.m. Then it repeated. She was 28, but felt 50. She had dreams once. She wanted to be a graphic designer. In college, she loved creating posters, designing logos, imagining brands. But after graduation, she couldn't find design work without experience. And to get experience, she needed time to build a portfolio. But to survive, she needed to work. So she took the call center job temporarily. That was 4 years ago. Now her Photoshop skills were rusty. Her design tools sat unused on an old laptop that barely worked. Her portfolio was a forgotten folder with 3 college projects. Her mother, who lived in a small town, would video call every Sunday. "Beta, when will you come home? When will you get married? When will your life be stable?" Maya would smile, exhausted. "Soon, Ma, I'm working on things," but she wasn't, because she didn't know where to start. The truth that kept her awake at night was this: she wasn't afraid of hard work. She worked 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, but it wasn't moving her forward. She was running on a treadmill, burning energy, getting nowhere. And every night, when she lay in bed at 1,000 a.m., staring at the ceiling, she heard a voice inside her. "Is this it? Is this all you'll ever be?" One Friday night in March, Maya's life shattered. She came home from work at 10:30 p.m. to find her roommate Priya crying in the kitchen. "Maya, I'm so sorry. I saw your laptop open. I saw the email." Maya's heart sank. "What email?" "The rejection email from that design company you applied to. I didn't mean to read it, but..." Maya's hands went cold. She had applied to a junior designer position 2 weeks ago, her first application in months. She had spent hours updating her portfolio, writing a cover letter, hoping, praying. She hadn't checked her email yet today. She opened her laptop. There it was, the email. "Thank you for your application. Unfortunately, we are looking for candidates with more recent and relevant experience. We wish you well in your future endeavors." Maya read it 3 times. Rage at herself. She had wasted 4 years. 4 years of telling herself she'd build her portfolio later. 4 years of being too tired after work. 4 years of scrolling social media instead of creating. 4 years of excuses. She looked at her reflection in the small cracked mirror on her wall. "Who are you?" she whispered. "When did you become someone who gave up?" Her college self wouldn't recognize her now. That girl had fire. That girl stayed up all night designing because she loved it. Where did she go? Maya couldn't sleep that night. At 2,000 a.m., she sat at her tiny desk, staring at her laptop. Her mind raced. "I'm 28. In 2 years, I'll be 30. If I don't change now, I'll be 35, still in this call center, still in this room, still waiting for my life to start. But what can I do? I work 8 hours a day. I'm exhausted. I have no energy. I have no time." Then a memory surfaced. Her college professor, Mrs. Sharma, had once said something that Maya never understood until now. Creative people don't find time, they steal it. They take the hours. No one else wants the early mornings, the late nights, the weekends. That's where breakthroughs happen. Maya looked at the clock. 2:17 a.m. The apartment was silent. The city outside was finally quiet. Her mind, usually clouded with exhaustion and noise, felt strangely clear. What if, she thought, what if I stopped waiting for the perfect time? What if I used the time everyone else wastes sleeping? She opened her laptop and pulled up a half-finished logo design from 2 years ago. Just start, she told herself. Just start. For the next 2 hours, Maya designed. Her fingers moved over the keyboard and mouse with a speed she forgot she had. The exhaustion disappeared. The fog lifted. She was creating again. At 4:30 a.m., she finally stopped, her eyes burning but her heart pounding with something she hadn't felt in years' excitement. She had finished the logo. It wasn't perfect, but it was done, and it felt like proof. Proof that she still had it, proof that she could create, proof that she wasn't dead inside. Maya set an alarm for 11:30 a.m. and went to bed. She slept for 7 hours, woke up, and realized something powerful. Last night, I didn't waste time. I created time. That night and every night after, Maya began what she would later call her midnight revolution. Every night, after coming home from her call center job at 10:30 p.m., she would eat a light meal, rest for 30 minutes. Then, at midnight, she would sit at her desk and design. From midnight to 3,000 a.m., while her roommates slept, while the city dreamed, Maya built her new life. 3 hours a night. 21 hours a week. No likes, no comments, no clients. Maya felt doubt creeping in. Maybe this is pointless. Maybe no one cares. But she had made a promise to herself. 90 days, no matter what. She kept designing. Week 3, her first break. A small business owner in her city saw her Instagram post and messaged her. Hi, I need a logo for my new bakery. What do you charge? Maya's hands shook as she typed a response. She charged 3,000 rupees, terrified he'd say no. He said yes. She completed the logo in 2 nights. The client loved it, posted it online, tagged her. Suddenly, 3 more people messaged her. Then 5. Then 10. By the end of the second month, Maya had completed 12 paid projects. She had earned 35,000 rupees, almost as much as her monthly call center salary. But more than money, she had something else. Momentum. She wasn't stuck anymore. She was moving. In the 3rd month, something incredible happened. One of her designs went viral on Instagram. A branding page with 200,000 followers reposted her work. Her phone exploded with notifications. Messages poured in. People wanted to hire her. Agencies wanted to collaborate. She was getting clients from other cities, even other countries. One night, at 2,000 a.m., while working on her 20th client project, Maya's roommate Priya knocked on her door. Maya, why are you always awake at night? Don't you sleep? Maya smiled. I sleep, just differently now. I realized something. I realized everyone wants success, but no one wants to sacrifice their comfort. I sacrificed my late-night Netflix, my scrolling, my wasted hours, and I got my life back. Priya stared at her. You've changed. You look different, alive. Maya nodded. Because I am alive now. For 4 years, I was a ghost. Now I'm real again. By month 4, Maya had saved 80,000 rupees from freelance work. She made a decision. She quit her call center job. Her manager tried to convince her to stay. Maya, you have job security here. Freelancing is risky. Maya looked at him calmly. I'd rather risk everything for a chance at my dreams than stay safe in a life I hate. Her last day at the call center, she walked out of the building at 10,000 p.m. for the final time. She looked up at the sky, took a deep breath, and whispered, I'm free. 6 months after that midnight breakdown, Maya was a full-time freelance graphic designer. She was earning 3 times her old salary. She moved into her own 1-bedroom apartment. She bought a new laptop. She paid off her mother's medical bills. She had clients in 5 countries. But the most important change wasn't financial. It was internal. She had discovered who she really was, not the tired, defeated, invisible girl from the call center, but a creator, a builder, someone who didn't wait for opportunity. She created it in the hours no one else wanted. 1 year later, Maya was invited to speak at her old college. She stood in front of 200 students and told them her story. At the end, a young girl raised her hand. Maya, Mom, how did you find the time? I'm so busy with classes and assignments. Maya smiled, remembering her own excuses. Time is not found. Time is made. I didn't find 3 hours every night. I stole them from sleep, from distractions, from wasted scrolling, and I used them to build my future. She looked at the audience seriously. Right now, someone in this room will go home tonight and waste 3 hours watching reels, series, or doing nothing. And someone else will use those same 3 hours to learn, create, and grow. In 1 year, those two people will be living completely different lives. You choose which one you are. My friend, Maya's story is not unique. It's a pattern. Every single person who has transformed their life made one simple decision. They stopped waiting, they stopped making excuses, and they used the hours that everyone else wastes. Maybe for you, it's not midnight. Maybe it's 500 a.m. Maybe it's your lunch break. Maybe it's weekends. But the principle is the same. If you want a different life, you have to live differently than everyone else. And that starts with how you spend your time when no one is watching. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You have the same 24 hours as everyone else. Beyoncé has 24 hours. Elon Musk has 24 hours. That person you admire on Instagram has 24 hours. The only difference is how they use it. Successful people don't have more time, they just waste less. So let me ask you, what are you doing between 10,000 p.m. and 1,000 a.m. scrolling, watching shows you'll forget tomorrow, lying in bed thinking about how your life isn't changing? What if starting tonight you use those 3 hours to build something, a skill, a side business, a portfolio, a certification, anything that moves you closer to the life you actually want? Here's your challenge, the same challenge Maya gave herself. Step 1, tonight, before you go to bed, decide on one skill or project you want to build. Just one, not 5. 1, write it down, make it specific. Step 2, set a timer for 3 hours, any time that works for you. Midnight to 3,000 a.m. or 5,000 a.m. to 8,000 a.m. or 9,000 a.m. to midnight. Find your sacred hours. Step 3, for the next 90 days, use those 3 hours every single day to build your project. No excuses, no negotiations, rain or shine. Tired or energized, you show up. Step 4, at the end of 90 days, look at what you've built. 270 hours of focused work. That's more than most people invest in a year. I promise you this, if you commit to 3 focused hours every day for 90 days, your life will transform. Maybe not completely, maybe not into millions, but you will become someone different, someone capable, someone disciplined, someone who doesn't just dream, someone who builds. Maya had nothing but a broken laptop and a decision made at 200 a.m. You have more. You watching this video, you have internet. You have access to free learning. You have time. The only question is, will you use it? If you're ready to start your own midnight revolution, hit that like button right now. Let that be your commitment. Then comment below, what will you build in the next 90 days? Let's create a community of people who don't wait, people who build. Share this video with someone who keeps saying they want to change but never does. Maybe this is the sign they need. And subscribe, because every week I share real stories of real people who transformed their lives and the exact strategies they used to do it. Remember Maya's words, time is not found, time is made. Your breakthrough is not going to happen in the daylight when you're distracted. It's going to happen in the quiet hours when you're alone with your purpose. Tonight, when the world sleeps, will you be building? Or will you be one more person who says, I wish I had, instead of, I'm glad I did? Your future is waiting, not tomorrow, tonight. Don't let it wait any longer.